Hello class, welcome to week 4. Believe it or not, we are almost halfway through the term. Crazy. Let me just say really quickly, thank you. Simply put, thank you for your engagement so far, the great conversation that you have engaged in and with over the course of our time together so far, both in the face-to-face classroom and in the online setting. It's been great to be with you, to hear so many, I think, very deep, thoughtful thoughts and ideas as we enter into conversation around some really meaningful things. So I don't know about you, but I've left class, or I've read through your content in the online forums and just felt really encouraged by an obvious desire that you all have to really dig deep into this content. It's been a fun experience so far, so thank you for that. Let me say a couple things. If you look in Sakai, you'll notice that all of the assignments are now uploaded, okay, as far as where you submit your documents. You'll notice that I have one assignment that just says 8 assessments, okay? So this is not something where you'll input or upload your documents. So even if the syllabus says something different, I don't want you to upload here anyway your assessment results, okay? I would prefer, like this week, you'll bring your standout results. I prefer you bring a physical copy of them, or you have something that you're going to put into obviously your vocational profile and plan. So if you have it in your VPP, obviously you've done that assessment, right? So that's what I'm looking for. This is a way to kind of help add some points to your overall success in the class, but also to keep you on track and accountable for those assessments, okay? You'll also notice that the Career Development Consulting Project is in there. It's due the 1st of March, okay? That's when our last class meeting is. And if you look down probably about halfway through the list of assignments, you'll notice the Vocational Profile and Plan is due on February 22nd, okay? That's when it says it's due on the syllabus. And that is true, but I want to make a couple of things clear on this, okay? Even though the syllabus says February 22nd, you can still turn it in without penalty and for potentially full credit, assuming it's, perfect, right? So, or the highest credit possible. You won't be deducted is what I'm trying to get at. You have until March 1st, okay? So it's like a credit card payment. It's due on a certain day, or a mortgage payment. It's due on a certain day and accepted without penalty until a certain date, okay? Because I know that some of you are going to be in a place where you just have a lot going on with work and life and other classes perhaps, and so this extra time, if needed, is there, okay? If not, turn it in when you can, right? So, and if you see it say late next to your assignment once it's been submitted, please know it's not technically late, okay? So you won't be deducted again, okay? It's just there because that's the way that Sakai has assignment submission processes set up, okay? So again, your VPP, due February 22nd, but if you need extra time to get it all complete, you're more than welcome to use that extra time. I'm cautious in this because I know you have another big assignment due the following week, all right? So you have the Career Development Consulting Project that's due the following week, and so I would hate to see you kind of trying to juggle both and be overwhelmed in all of that. All right. Also remind you that in the syllabus, it's very clearly laid out that you should be doing weekly kind of tracking items for your VPP. So I hope you're doing that, because if not, you could get behind really quickly. There's lots of different moving pieces here. So make sure that you are following the syllabus assignments, the prompts. You're looking at the actual VPP layout and what all the different parts that go into that look like, what they are. Remember, you'll have to actually talk to some people, connect with them via email, maybe phone. I wouldn't encourage text because that's too limited as far as communication goes. So make sure you're looking at the syllabus to really focus on what it is that you need to do. Okay. And lastly, I just want to make a correction. I blew it, so I want to apologize for this. I didn't think anything of it. I thought we were good because I hadn't heard from anybody, and then I got an email from one of your classmates. So thank you for the email. And it was about the Buckingham response, okay? So I'm going to give you a little bit of some leeway on how you respond for this specific paper, okay? So if you look in, let's see, what is it? Appendix, in the appendix, you'll see that under the Buckingham reading response, it says to do this. There's a number of steps. It says, step 1, read chapters 1 through 2. That is true. Take the standout assessment, okay? Read the printout from your assessment. If you have questions or struggles finding your assessment key, let me know and I'll help you with that. Read the printout from your assessment, okay? And then the related chapters that go along with that. Okay, so there's a chapter in the book that actually talks about the specific assessment results. And then I put in here step 4, read chapter 4, and I think, much like when you're looking at somebody, but you're thinking of somebody else and you say that name, you say the wrong name. Either it's I'm saying the person that I'm thinking about to the person I'm looking at, or the person I'm looking at, I'm talking about the person I'm thinking about and I say the wrong name. I had step 4, I put in chapter 4. It should be, I'm sorry about this, it should be chapter 3, okay? Because it says how to stand out, 3 lessons for building. I have a limited look at this. I'm on the ebook right now. 3 steps for building your strengths, okay? And so the first one is your genius is precise, okay? So that's your first step. The second step is remember who you are, okay? And then the third step is always sharpen your edge, okay? So if you have already completed this assignment based upon chapter 4, that's perfectly okay, because I think that it actually is a great assignment for chapter 4 to think about how your actual standout results how they can help with innovation and thinking outside the box and all of that, okay? So I'm not opposed to that, but if you're thinking like, wait a second, what is this actually supposed to be? It's for chapter 3. Perhaps you haven't done it yet. I mean, that's the beauty of this assignment. It's a very brief assignment. So if you haven't done it yet, then go ahead and use chapter 3. If you have and you use chapter 4, it's perfectly okay. But because it was my mistake, I didn't catch that, and I'm thankful for this email that your classmate sent to me. I'll give you until the end of the weekend to complete this assignment, okay? But, hear me, make sure you've taken the standout assessment so you can bring that to class tomorrow so we can at least talk about it, okay? The assignment itself, I will give you until Sunday at midnight to submit, but I want you to bring with you your actual results to class tomorrow night so we can talk about that, all right? So in addition to that, remember tomorrow night you will be giving your presentations on your the Institute for Faith Work and Economics articles that you chose, okay? So with that, make sure you bring your handouts and you prepare your PowerPoint, okay? It'll be very important that you have your PowerPoint. 5 minutes, no more, no less. Email it to me, and then I'll bring it up on the screen, and we'll actually be leading the class with your brief presentations, okay? We'll have a few, 1 or 2 minutes for Q&A afterwards, but mainly it'll just be you with your presentations for those 5 minutes, all right? Hope that makes sense. Sorry about the confusion if there was some on your behalf. Maybe you figured out that I actually meant chapter 3, and I said chapter 4, but whatever it is, I think we're all on the same page now. If you have any questions, please email me, call me. You also just got an email from Sakai with the Noonan article on career development, which we will talk briefly about tomorrow, but really it's just there to inform your way of thinking as it relates to your career development project, okay? Have a great evening, and we will see you in class tomorrow afternoon.